What is up, my people? Hello, and welcome back to the Cup Chasers podcast. That's right, we're back for another episode. It always feels like it's been quite some time since we have spoke. And of course, it's a hearty welcome back, and glad you're feeling better too, my man Asif. How we doing, guys?
I'm great, but I'm just looking at Nesde. He looks ready to go, ready to party.
Hey man,
I bet he is.
I was at the gym, man, and I had me a nice little workout, and it's cherry blossom time because it's 90 degrees outside in April, and it kind of is what it is. In honor of the cherry blossoms and stuff. Welcome to spring or summer already.
Yeah, right. Yeah, absolutely. Well, for me, normally the summer never really starts until each year until Arsenal are no longer in contention to win anything, and so for me, we're still in spring. It's still spring. We haven't quite got there yet because we're still in it. We made it through. It was very boring. There's no sugarcoating it, but we did it. And most people were watching the other game. I love the memes that said, say a prayer for the people that chose to watch Arsenal Sporting today. A moment of silence for the people who watched that. But we had three pretty good, proper Champions League ties, and then one that was worth three.
Have you seen the meme for the Arsenal Atleti? It literally said Haram Ball Supreme. Arteta and Simeone, and I'm like, hey man, you know what? That's hilarious. It might go to 0-0 until like the 2000th minute.
I think I'm gonna make a meme and see if it goes viral where I try to cram as many buses onto either end of the pitch as I can.
And you gotta put both teams on it.
Both teams, yeah. It's the Letty buses got about 6 of them over here, and Arsenal got about 6 buses over here. I think I'm gonna put that.
No tires, like the tires are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be
That's exactly what that's gonna be.
Right?
But yeah, we're gonna get into that, of course, and of course we're gonna speak on the Liverpool madness, what's going on there. Might touch in on Zerbi and Spurs, and then of course we will take a look at the big one and all things Man City versus Arsenal this weekend in the title decider. So go and smash up the likes on your way in. Certainly appreciate you being here. Subscribe to the channel. If you are new, we are on the road to 500, and it does help push us out to new viewers. And of course, we want to know what you're thinking in the comments section down below. All right, gents, first up, which game should we start? Well, let's start with Bayern Real Madrid because, oh my God, I have gotten to watch the highlights. I didn't get to watch live, obviously. Let's have a moment of silence for me. But, yeah, what a game. What an absolute game.
Like, Chris, yesterday when I watched the games, they had the dual play on Paramount. Did you not watch it that way?
Oh, I was doing a watch-along. I was live.
No. Gotcha. Yeah. All right, go ahead, Steve. My bad.
No, it's fine. I was going to say, you missed a hell of a game. Kane is looking as in Ballon d'Or contention.
That goal, man, that was such a good goal. Luis Diaz takes the man away, and he's oh, what a goal!
Olise as well. He's looking, he's looking a really good signing. I think they're attacking wise. I think it's going to be a really good game against PSG as well.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. It's a crime. Yeah, it's a crime that Arsenal have to play at the same time.
I mean, but as an Arsenal fan, do you feel that way? Because I'm like, hey, man, like we talked about it when they put the groupings out, man. Hey, man, if this is the path you can get, this is the path you take.
We'll get there, but I don't give a shit. If we win, we win. That's all that matters.
I'm sure you'll agree as well. Most of the neutral observers will be watching the PSG back.
Oh, yeah. And, I think they might actually be on Tuesday and then Wednesday anyway, but
I will be as
well. The other thing that you'll probably hear, which should absolutely be motivation to the other side of the bracket, is that people will say that end will be the actual final. That's what's going to be said.
I've already had that. Brian actually already texted me that specific exact wording.
That's the final.
And then implying that the winner of that will win it all.
It's not an illogical thing to think.
But also, if you look at it, go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
I think so, unless like Arsenal do a Chelsea, maybe like they were against what Chelsea did against Bayern Munich, and then that's the only way I could see maybe some
a final kick, by the way. You know how that works?
A corner kick, by the way.
Yeah, exactly.
A final is a one-off, and Petr Cech said, "I'm the greatest goalkeeper ever." Ever.
And also, like, no matter who wins either tie, if you think about it, really it's like attack versus defense. No matter what the final is, it's like a team that attack versus a team that would rather defend. No matter what happens.
The funny thing about it is that, I mean, Madrid did really well in the start of the game, and that just shows the mettle that, Bayern has, man. They was like, nope, we're not going anywhere. We're for real.
But going into that, PSG gave us a lesson, and they played really well. I can see them. Yeah, I can see them. Like last season, they're hitting form right at the right time.
Dembele looks good, man.
Yeah, so
he looks good, man.
I think that's gonna be a very good game. I personally think PSG will probably scrape through. That's just my personal opinion. But you never know,
man. PSG give up a lot of chances. Chelsea in the first 70 minutes of the first leg were half decent against them. And then yesterday I thought Liverpool, when they, it's risky, of course, to play this way against Paris, but against the best teams, you just have to take risks. And y'all were in their face. Y'all were pressing a lot. And for a long spell in that game, and maybe, again, it was just because Paris didn't necessarily need to score again. But I thought you guys were in there. You were putting pressure on them. They were giving you chances. And if you give chances to Bayern Munich, as opposed to giving chances to Chelsea, say,
I think that would be, as you say, style make matches. I think that would be a totally different match and different game plan going there. But I do think what I think will make a difference in Bayern's favour is they basically got the league wrapped up anyway. The Bundesliga wrapped up. I think they're about 10, at least more, about 10.
The 10 points clear, and
10 points clear.
I'm looking at the fixtures now. The game they play around real quick. The game they play Mainz, and then they play hold up. Am I reading this wrong? I was about to curse. I didn't mean to curse.
Then they play PSG.
No, they play Mainz, and then they play Mainz. Then they play PSG, and then they play Heidenheim. So they're not playing nobody around it. So they literally are resting around it. Whereas PSG,
they're not going to play at all.
4 points ahead.
They're going to get the game postponed, man. They're not even going to play at all.
I'm actually curious because they play Angers and Lorient now.
They're not impressive teams. Angers and Lorient are not exactly impressive teams.
Yeah, so they're not going to play anybody in them games either. Is that a person with a city thing on there? What?
Yeah. What's up, SBO?
What?
And to answer your question, yes, Arteta does want to win the league with the Haram ball.
Hey man. You know the thing is I've stood by it. I can't. I hear them, and at the end of the day, how we win. I don't care how it is, because City, when they played, I was talking about this with the group, and we'll get to the game later, but we was like, hey man, when City played Inter, that was probably the ugliest City had played the entire season. I don't care how you win. I don't care, but I hear you.
Yeah, you lift the trophy for sure. And I think, though, the way we played is exactly, once again, how Arteta wanted to play. And when we got, if you look at that game over both halves, and I know you probably didn't, so I'll let you in on it.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'll let you in on it. In the first half, it was a bit more open. There was a bit more back and forth. was a bit more, kind of impetus to score, to go towards the goal. But the second half was like the Chelsea semifinal, where the team who was losing the tie expected the team who was winning to like attack them and give them space. So once we got to halftime, Arteta's like, we have the biggest game in 23 years at the weekend.
Is that the biggest game in 23 years? I'm joking.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying? We have a massive title decider game at the weekend, and Sporting are not really attacking us at all that much. So he made early subs, and he says, look, guys, just don't concede. Just go out there, don't concede, because they're not really coming at us, and we can conserve a little bit of energy for the weekend, and still they had 0.2 XG.
Hey,
I mean,
did Matt what? It said Matt Wetke got hurt. Did he get hurt?
He went. I haven't checked on it, but yeah, he
there's
got
there's an injury thing next to him.
Subbed off, injured.
What happened?
He's saying that you guys are gonna smash us on Sunday, and we'll get there.
I don't talk trash, so
we'll get there. We'll certainly get there later on in the pod here, but yeah, I'll tell you, SBO, I'm worried. I'm a wee bit worried. It's gonna be nervy, that's for sure, but we'll certainly get there. But yeah, man, Arteta's thinking, look, and it was kind of interesting that Sporting didn't really. They had the first time we let a cross in that first half, the very first cross we let in. Katamo on the back post slices at it and hits the bar, the bar. And other than that, they just don't have the quality in front of the net. They're very good, I think, Sporting, in the first phase of play, in building up. They passed through the lines pretty well. They got through us one time. It was beautiful, really, to be honest with you. They moved our formation to one side, played it to the opposite side, played it back to the other side, and then got it out into the space on the opposite side, got it down, and then we had to concede a corner. It was actually good D. We had to end up conceding a corner. But the move was like 20 passes long, and they played through us. The thing is, they didn't have they damn near scared the corner flag on a couple of their shots from distance. They never really broke us down. They never really had high percentage opportunities. One of the shots went out for a throw in, so it was comfortable in the end is what it was. And Arsenal knew, hey, they're not gonna score. So Gyökeres came off in the 54th minute. Madueke, he went off in the 60th because of the injury. Martinelli went off in the 65th minute. Like we made early subs so that people could rest, is what it looked like to me. Eze came off in the 65th. When that first happened, and I was like, is it too early for that? And then I was like, well, I get it. At the end of the game, I understood, because everyone's talking about, Arsenal parked the bus, Arsenal didn't try to win the game or whatever. Once again, just like the Chelsea semifinal, we already were winning the game. So why do we need to be the team that opens ourselves up? I kept expecting, damn the torpedoes, the kitchen sink, something from Sporting.
Well, I mean,
they never really threw it at us. They never really did.
If you look at the team, though, I don't think they've ever really had to do anything like that. So
they had to against Bodo.
But I mean,
but that was at home.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because I was gonna bring up the fixture as well, as the first game they played you very different than they played you today. And the thing is the first game there was nothing. It was all even, so there was nothing to play from behind for. So I think that's kind of connected to it. So I don't know. I mean, but it kind of is what it is at this point, right? They're gone. Fixtures done and dusted. They play Benfica this weekend, who has 0 losses this season. So who knows what happens, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but not really much else to say about it. We got through, and I'm absolutely ecstatic. There's some Arsenal fans that are out there that are like, "Oh, the performance was bad." So and I hoped that we would have a more energetic performance, just so there would be a knock on to next weekend, right? But I'm over the moon. Back-to-back Champions League semifinals.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
For the first time in club history.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped. I'm absolutely pumped. But Asif, man, what went wrong? What did Slot do? What did he not do? Versus Paris.
Slot basically was Slot. And as once again reactive instead of proactive. He was, he did have a bit of should have been a penalty in my opinion. And a lot of neutral observers thought the same thing. Maybe if that went in, maybe it would have changed the game a little.
I don't think he should have overturned that either. I don't think there's enough clear and obvious error.
But we should
overturn that.
Yeah. But even then, we should have. Yeah, I don't think we were playing at our level. We gave them more of a game last season than we did this season.
Didn't it go to penalties last season?
Yeah.
Or was that against Villa? Or is that when Paris beat Villa? I don't remember. I don't remember
exactly, but I know we gave them a lot more of a game.
Yeah.
And compared to so I think we were going backwards instead of forwards from last season, and now he's saying, we need to sell some players to get some new players in. That's what he did this season, and we reversed. So, and I don't understand.
He never helps himself in the presser.
Yeah, and then I don't understand that kind of logic. He sold Luis Diaz, who's one of the best wingers in the world, and
the world.
Mistake. That's a mistake. Yeah, that was he had a fin. He was phenomenal today.
He wanted to stay. That's the part that makes it worse, is because he wanted to stay.
Exactly, and then we've got what we got now, Gakpo, and and now we've got Citeh out, then his Achilles in, so we won't see him till next year now, and probably most likely. He's not only just messing up this season, he's messing up our next season as well.
I've heard rumors that he's gonna stay as well.
If he stays, then yeah. Well, Jake, I've heard Arteta may stay even if you don't win anything this season. So
hey, this ain't the Arsenal segment.
I don't know. I'm just comparing. So with Slot, I just want him gone. Everyone knows my opinion on this at the moment, and
they're so desperate to keep him at least till the end of the season. You can see that
it's absolutely ridiculous. We're actually in. Yeah, we may not even qualify for the Champions League. That's how bad it is now. So
you're in real danger. I think you're in real danger of that.
Yeah, have you seen?
I think you're in real danger of that.
Have you seen our next fixtures? We got Everton next, which is a derby.
It's your first time at the Hill Dickinson.
Yes, and they're gonna be up for it. And and that winger of theirs that they've got, Ndiaye. Yeah, he looks good. He looks a promising player.
Don't you still have to play Chelsea too?
You kind of gotta root this weekend. You gotta root for United because they play Chelsea.
They play Chelsea, yeah.
At least a draw.
I want to draw. I can never root for United, but
fair enough.
A draw.
That's absolutely fair enough.
Everybody else, you guys got one mistake, one or two mistakes.
Don't give him false hope.
I'm looking at
the table, right? You looking at the table, right?
Yes.
Look at Everton, Brentford, and Fulham.
I am. Look. Liverpool's on 52.
No,
Liverpool's on 52. Chelsea's on 48. But Chelsea plays United. United is clearly playing to win.
Always play better
So
against
at
us.
set minimum, you get a draw. Okay, if they win, obviously an issue, because then they're 1 point back. But say Liverpool draws their game minimum, they're on 53. Chelsea draw or win, Liverpool doesn't lose anything. Brentford and Everton and Brighton all have to win their game, and then
Everton play Liverpool.
Well, it's a draw. If they shoot for a draw to minimum, Liverpool is fine. They're fine. Like I said, they got 2 mistakes in them. They can get this draw, and then they kind of move from there. We're not there yet, man. You got to wait till we get there. We ain't there yet.
It's Everton always raise the game against us. So
of course, it's a freaking derby, man.
Well, tell me this, Asif. How important was last Sunday, Saturday, when you beat Fulham? Because I thought that was going to be a difficult game. Rio comes in and shines.
No, I thought we'd get
big.
Fulham don't have much to play for, motivational wise at the moment as well.
I mean, if they would have beat you, they'd be right in.
You won, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, that matters. You know, you're in 5th.
And we had more to play for than them. I think we showed that. Against Everton is a totally different game, though. And I'm not going to say we're going to win. This is, like I said, derbies are form goes out of the window, especially in the Merseyside derby. So
I'll be honest, the Merseyside derby as a neutral has been one of my favorite derbies that I'm not involved in over the years. We've seen some crazy games, especially at Everton. You know, it's a little bit. You probably have a little bit more of an advantage at home. But when y'all used to go to Goodison Park, man, there was some crazy games, dude.
Yeah, man, it's a new stadium, so there's a different thing there too.
But it's the way Everton are set up as well. I can. Yeah, that physical sort of football that they play, I can show that's going to cause us problems.
You gave a lot in the Paris match. They did go for it. They gave a lot, I thought. The tactics maybe let you down, as we know, you probably agree, but no, they definitely went for it. You can't say that there was an effort there, I feel. No, so you're going to be, there might be a hangover is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think if I'm looking at it, I think that gives them more reason to push on. They're like, okay, we didn't get this. We won our last league game. It's a derby. We're already emotional. Let's use that emotion to push us forward where we know we want to win, but a draw doesn't kill us. Because it's true.
I just think now we've only got the Champions League to play for, and that's the minimum that they need to get. And then from there, hopefully slots out the door.
So who starts? Does Rio go straight in? Because Mo Salah just ain't doing it.
He didn't start in the Champions League.
Yeah, Mo Salah just ain't doing it, man. Without Ekitike, is it still Wirtz, Isak, and I guess Rio?
I would prefer Rio just for his pace.
Sure. Gakpo never plays over there, does he?
I got nothing for you, man.
Is Gakpo Liverpool's Savinho?
Hey, man, I would never know Gakpo like that.
It's not that bad.
Gakpo,
it's not that bad.
Had a good season last season, Jake. Don't do him like this.
Doing too much. Sorry.
That's cool, man. That's cool.
He's been poor this season. He definitely has been.
Last season he had a lot more input when he did come on. I think he was a better substitute than he was a starter.
I'm still worried about Isak's fitness. Is he 100%? Because now there's massive pressure for you to immediately be back. You know.
Hey man, this is what he get paid hundreds of thousands of pounds for. Hey, the medical staff was supposed to do what they do. If he's ready, then you need to play. If you're not ready, sit your ass down.
Yeah, exactly. If not, come on halftime.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I feel like this ain't even one for the gaffer. This is one for the badge. Like, look, man, All right, we tried. PSG was better than us, and I don't think any Liverpool supporter would say, okay, well, they feel hard done by losing to PSG. We looking at the form. They just wanted a better show. But on this, hey man, you can beat Everton, right? I don't think. I mean, even if you're not great, I think in the sort of a pride thing, I think you're like, it's a derby to a C's point. We can beat Everton. I mean, they can beat you, but for sure, in that Liverpool locker room, they're like, we can beat them.
I feel like Van Dijk should be like, let Slot say his thing before the game, and then Slot, all right, go ahead. All right, good. And you go ahead. And then Van Dijk should give the win one for the Gipper. Van Dijk should be like, we're playing for this, you know what I mean? And getting the, and he be the one to give that speech because Slot doesn't look like he's inspiring anybody.
I think
it's so crazy when he says the stuff he says in the press. It's almost like he's unaware of what's going on.
And I think Ekitike was one of our best players of the season as well.
He was amazing this year.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons why. Yeah,
I mean, not that France are going to miss him, but it's gut wrenching for him to not be able to play the World Cup.
For him, like that's it.
For him, yeah,
an opportunity, man.
For him, it was because he's missing the World Cup. He could have got at least good couple of minutes for the French team. So yeah, I think it's a loss for us. He's gonna miss the World Cup. And they keep saying he's gonna be out till at least next year.
Is it the fall? Is it the next season?
He might not be back till January, man.
Really?
They're saying December,
it's like 9 months. Yeah, 8-9 months.
Well, because I read that they said it was an ACL, then they came back and said it wasn't an ACL. So it is it?
He ruptured his Achilles tendon. Yeah.
That's crazy.
And
I actually like Ekitike, to be honest with you. I think he's a good player. I think he's a good player.
I don't hate.
You hate to see that. You hate to see that, man.
And
not that I necessarily think you were gonna be like a whole lot better if he stayed in the side for the rest of the season.
They would be better. At least they had like a scoring threat.
Better, but
tell you the truth, he's probably our signing of the season. So
over
Wirtz.
Yeah. Wirtz needs to. Yeah. Now you got to step up even more, homie.
Even over Wirtz. I think Wirtz had a good spell. He's getting used to it, but no, Ekitike was fighting from the start.
Right.
So yeah,
fair enough.
I think Wirtz's issue is still that, like, in the summer after the World Cup, you need to hit the weights, bro.
You won't even have time to do that. You'll be on vacation.
Well, in the you need to be in the weight room when you're not practicing for Germany. So because if he bulks up and not, I mean, I'm not saying do an Adama Traore, but put on 10 pounds of muscle and be a lot more ball press resistant. Be able to have dudes bounce off of you a little bit more. I think that would help him a lot because he's got the skill.
Or even, to represent when we eventually get to the city segment, at least pull a Bernardo. Bernardo's tough though, Bernardo's not like stocky, but clearly he's a strong guy.
Bernardo is the kind of player that, like, if you're gonna take the ball off of him, you need to like wipe him out because if you just kind of nick it off of him, he's on your ass immediately. He's there immediately. Yeah, for sure. But
Bernardo's got that low center of gravity, and he turns away. He's a totally different player. He's that sort of Spanish.
So last thing on Liverpool, Asif, is there any way? And I think I ask you this like every week, and the situation just continues to darken a little bit. So I'll ask you again: is there any way Slot goes before the end of the season?
I don't think so.
What if you take a 4-0 to Everton? What if Everton beat you 4-0?
I think not even then. I think, unless... I think the United game, depending on how that goes, I think that will put this game and then the United game.
Oh, that's right. You still play United. Is that at Old Trafford?
Yeah.
Wait. Wait,
Ooh.
so I agree with a C for this reason. To the point you made earlier, Jake. The thing I think Liverpool is looking at is they've watched other teams do the changes at this point in the season, and one, it essentially almost always ruins the next manager. Like the next manager has nothing coming in. The second thing is you actually make it worse because now you're bad here. The manager is trying to instill something from somebody else's leftovers, and you have the summer, so they still got the bad taste. You got to move guys out. You don't get to come in cold and just dump guys without knowing them, right? So then now you go into fall, which essentially Slot went into, and now you're just like, okay, I'm carrying it, but they're still carrying the old manager. So you didn't get a clean slate. If I'm Liverpool and I'm making the decision, if I was on the board, my vote would be keep Slot until the end of the season, regardless of the results. Because at this point, if the players don't play to win, that's on the players. And then that just means I would have a meeting with the players and say, hey, if you don't play up to this so we make Champions League, just know we're going to look at your contract and we may get rid of you. Period. That's period. Because then now you're putting the players on notice. So regardless of how they feel about the manager, hey, man, the Chief is pointed out there, we got to make Champions League. That's if that's not stuck in everybody's locker, then then they don't get it. So at that point, once that's done, once the board has said, hey, this is our mission, Slot, I mean, while I don't think Slot will come back, even though I hear the rumors and I think it's crazy, but I don't see a reason for Slot to come back. If they bring him back, okay, they do. But I'm with Asif on this one where Xabi has to be the next move because your marquee top spent player got to play well. And the only way you know he knows how to play well is under that guy. Not saying that's the only guy he can, but you know he can play well under that guy. So we got to get him in there. Just that's just the reason to make the signing pan out.
And not just that, with for example, someone of Alonso's stature now, would you I'm not saying he's as good as say Guardiola or but he's a top manager in world football. Most of them won't come in at this stage of the season. Most of them always want, as they said, they want that pre-season. They want everyone to get used to their tactics, get their own players in, etc. So set them up for success. So yeah, looking at that front, that's the way to do it.
In addition to the point you just made, Steve, another thing is, and a lot of people are sort of discounting this, but this kind of goes to the Chelsea point. Hey man, as a manager, I kind of want to come in and I want to know the backroom staff first. I need to know who my team is before I talk to my team. And so if I'm coming in, I'm dealing with the backroom staff that's already there because I can't fire them all. I'm dealing with a board and I'm dealing with the players. If I come in the summer, first, all the players are gone. All the players of note are gone. They're in the World Cup. And so now only people I'm dealing with is the owners and the board. And now I can clear everybody out of there. And then I'm developing the culture. So when you come back, there's no question what you're coming back to. And so to Asif's point, as a top manager, there's no way I come in now. And I mean, this is subtly a shot at Spurs. This is why I don't understand Zerbi taking that job. There's no way I come in now. None. Because now I'm dirtying my name. Because guess who the relegation goes on if they get relegated? Me. Spurs, no. Who was the manager when Spurs got relegated? Zerbi. That's all it's going to say. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Well, that is the perfect segue, actually, into the next topic, which we will touch in on De Zerbi at the Stadium of Light. They were better. Still not great. And it will start better than they were under Tudor. But it still doesn't look great.
But, Romero's out for the rest of the season now.
Yeah, saw that too.
So that's
and I don't think he was crying because he was in pain. I think he was crying because he's afraid he's going to miss the World Cup.
Yeah, that was my thing on it as well.
Yeah,
and looking at the games coming up as well, it's
it's awful.
The Leeds win over Manchester United is damning for Spurs. Is very damning for Spurs.
I'm still standing on the league is going to fix it that they don't go down. I'm just standing on it, man. The NFL has 2 games, I think, in that stadium next year.
Yeah.
I'm struggling to see on TV money that the NFL is like, we're going to a championship stadium. I just can't see it. I think they'll do whatever's necessary to make sure they're only, only 3 points, 2 points out.
Well, wouldn't you think that the NFL TV money, because the NFL will be broadcasting that game to American audiences, would be fine with it because they don't care where Tottenham are playing. They care about the nice stadium, and they're still getting TV money because no one in that is Sky Sports or BBC broadcasting an NFL game to British audiences?
Probably. They'll do something. I mean, why? The whole point of the game being over there is so people over there can see it.
Yeah, but
I'm not talking about like in mass like we do, but it's clearly meant to get the European audience. That's why it's there.
They might have it.
Matter of fact, let me Google it because I feel confident that's the whole reason. Like, why would they go to they went to Brazil? Why would they go to Brazil and Spain?
But not on. Not going to show it. It won't be on terrestrial TV. It'll be on like
something you have to pay for. Like a service you have to pay for. Yeah.
Yes.
So it won't be on regular cable is what you're saying. It won't be.
Yeah.
But I mean, we can't even watch it regular. You know? We got to go to Amazon.
I mean, if you live in Charlotte or Concord or whatever, you can watch the Panthers local.
Maybe.
The Falcons local.
Maybe if they don't black it out.
Money grubbing fools. Anyway, the fixtures for Tottenham are pretty damning as well, and I was going to say
Leeds as well.
They have to beat Leeds, but Leeds they're fine. They beat United. If they were still on 33 and hadn't beat United and United had taken care of business, then yeah, maybe. But West Ham's fixtures are horrendous. I'm pretty sure they still play City, Liverpool, and Arsenal. West Ham. Or no.
I'm telling you, man, they're only 2 points back. And 3
West Ham still play Arsenal and Liverpool, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe Chelsea.
About big games this weekend, Leeds against Wolves at Ellen Road, which is just up the road from me. So that's going to be
Leeds are going to smash Wolves, and they'll be safe. And they'll be totally safe.
And they'll be on 39. Yeah.
And they might, and that being the case, they might just give me one to Spurs. They might just be, hey, we're on the beach.
They've still got a FA Cup semi-final to look forward to.
That's right. They still have to. They play Chelsea in this FA Cup semi-final.
And Forest, looking at Forest plays Chelsea, Newcastle, and United, and Bournemouth. Like, that's their last 4 games. I'm telling you right now, Spurs.
But Spurs play. They have to go to Villa. They have to go to the Bridge.
Forest got to win all their games, though. Forest has to win every game. All Spurs got to win one.
Spurs do play Leeds and Wolves.
Spurs got to win one game because Forest is going to lose to Chelsea. They're going to lose to Newcastle. They're going to lose to United.
Are they? Chelsea are a disaster.
Because it's 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now. It's the first week of May. It'll be at home, so it's at the Bridge, and the top 5 will be very clear. So they're playing for something. They're absolutely going to win that game. So I mean Forest, and I mean they play Sunderland, right? And I don't say anything about that, but here's the other reason why it's going to be a thing. Forest plays Porto tomorrow. If they advance, that's it. There's no focus.
No, they're still focused. They can't get relegated. You can't make the Champions League for next season and be in the championship. No. They're going to be focused. They will be focused. Marinakis will not let them. Marinakis will be making people's families disappear if they get relegated.
He don't make enough money to deal with the London cartel, sir. He's not worth enough money for the London cartel. I'm just calling that one.
Doesn't he own like 6 teams? Like, can he get? He's got money from the Greek league.
Not the London cartel. We all know what see if you live there, you know what it is. The London cartel is a very different animal, man.
Yeah, that's a totally different thing.
It's a different animal. Yeah. That's the London cartel.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, you heard it here. Whoever's on here, that Spurs will make it because the TV money. Because I know the people is tapping on their shoulders like, hey man, make this interesting.
Wait a minute. Isn't Forest the City Ground? It's in London.
I said the London Cartel. I didn't say London. They are not a part of that. Now you know who the London Cartel is, sir. You're part of it. You part of the London Cartel.
I'm the leader,
man. You know what it is.
I'm the leader.
Stop it. You know about the London Cartel. Don't play games with me, man. You know exactly what I mean.
Hey, I'm just saying. I'm just, geography and all that.
You know what the London Cartel is, sir.
Yes, I do.
Crazy, but I didn't notice. Did you know? I mean, I guess it's possible that if Forest does go through, because it's tied right now, they could end up playing Villa in the next round.
Yeah.
There you go.
Because they play the winner of Villa Bologna.
Ooh. They're not going to get through that tie.
And Villa's going to win that because they're up 3-1. So Forest might play Villa.
That's massive at both ends of the table. That's the reason. Now the conspiracy is fully percolating in my brain, sir. Spurs will make it by 1 point. Spurs will make it by 1 point because they're going to freaking make a run here at the Champions League from this side. They're not going to win it, but that'll be enough to distract it. They're going to be like, hey man, here goes some extra money. You'll come back next year. Spurs stay up. I mean, you don't have to convince me of conspiracies. That's for sure.
That's what I feel.
You don't have to convince me. I can believe it. That wouldn't surprise me one bit.
1 point. 1 point, man.
Yeah, I think hopefully Leeds should be okay.
I think Leeds will be fine. I think West Ham are the ones that are in trouble.
Because Leeds is on 36. They play Wolves. They'll get to 39 this weekend. And then they need 1 point for the rest of the season.
Yeah, West Ham still played some big teams.
Ooh, but hold on, let me look because I never look at schedules until the moment.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. So we got Arsenal. West Ham. So they played Leeds last.
Massive. That could be massive.
The last game.
Could be massive.
I think hopefully Leeds are already safe by then.
Then they played Newcastle before. They played Newcastle, and then guess who they played before that? A team that will definitely be trying to win the game. Arsenal. They're going to play Arsenal, so they're losing that game.
Yeah.
So then they play Brentford and Everton, who clearly is going for top.
They're done. West Ham are done.
Bro, I'm telling you.
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. West Ham are done, man. There's no way they won't win. They might beat Leeds.
They're going to lose to Arsenal.
I think
they might beat Leeds. They might beat Leeds, maybe, because Leeds will be safe and on the beach. Maybe.
I agree with Nez. I think Spurs will.
Conspiracy. Hear me, the TV.
They'll do it by the skin of the teeth.
The TV money.
1 point.
Yeah.
They're just gonna make it dramatic. They're just gonna have to make it dramatic,
Because who better to have a final day that looks like that?
Yeah.
What better day to do it on?
That's fair.
Against Leeds. Matter of fact, you just called the story, Asif. It's gonna be against Leeds. It's to be the last day, and that'll be the thing. And then they'll cry and all that stuff. Book it.
There you go.
And then Zerbi will be like, I'm the greatest manager ever, and blah, 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 and whatever happens.
He will be a Spurs legend. He'll immediately be a Spurs legend,
He'll be the Italian version of Big Sam.
That's gonna be his tag for the rest of his career now, is that he saves people from relegation?
I mean, that's what it looks like he likes doing, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, he has brought some teams up from lower leagues before as well, but so we'll see. We'll see how that one plays out. Could be a conspiracy, could be just truth right in your face.
It seems
either
like
way you spin it.
Reality TV to me, sir. Reality TV scripted up real good. Last day.
It's what the people want.
Huh?
It's what the people want, man. Entertainment.
It's provocative.
Speaking of provocative, Chelsea are an absolute disaster, and this will help us bleed into the main course of this evening. But before we speak on the game, didn't they just? I think I saw something that said they reported losses over 3 years of like $1.7 billion or something.
I'm sure they did.
With Chelsea, I have no idea why they even sacked Maresca.
Yeah, I think that right there. Honestly, sacking Tommy Tuchel was probably your first mistake.
Well, and X would jump on that. I can hear X in my ear right now. Let me ask a question because I can't remember this because you guys will know. When did they hire Maresca midseason, or did he was a beginning of the season hire?
No, I believe they got him.
Was it midseason?
Let me double check. I'm sure
I got you.
I don't know. I normally Google that, but I'm gonna trust y'all on that.
No, middle of the year. It says here. Gemini says that it was he hired in June.
Yeah, so he was like, it was the beginning of the season.
Beginning of the season, okay. Just curious because I'm like, oh, well, so did he get hired right before they played the Club World Cup? Because this was his first year, right?
No, it was the season before that.
The season before that, 2024.
Second year. Oh.
So he had a whole season, won the Club World Cup, and then realized that they weren't going to use that money to do anything with, and started mouthing off, apparently, shooting off at the mouth. If you listen to the Blueco propaganda, and
if he's the head coach, they're not giving him input into what players to sign, or not giving him the players that he needs, and I think a lot of managers will do that.
Oh yeah.
For example, Conte, he's done that in quite a few clubs. Mourinho's done it.
This is the history of the Tottenham.
Yeah.
Also, to support Steve's point, great point, man. Hey, man, Enzo got suspended and he's back for this game. So that's already a bolster of if they win with him, guess what that gives stuff to do with?
More player power.
And
More
then
player power.
And then remember the thing I said about to support Steve's point about Liverpool and Xabi. I come in the summer so I can meet the backroom staff to figure out my thing, so I can set up a thing. Here's what happened. He did it, and to your point, Jake, you just said, hey, he did it. He found out they weren't going to spend the money. So you saw me establish a culture. I got you to this thing. I did what you asked me to do, and then you didn't support me. Well, of course I'm going to talk to you crazy now. Of course I'm going to talk to you crazy now. But that only happens if I get my off season to build my team.
Yeah.
Because that was a Euro season he came in then. He came in when they were playing the Euros.
Yep.
Just like you said. Were gone too?
Exactly like you just laid out. Yeah. Absolutely. And I've been hearing rumors one way and then the other way, they're not going to do the only sign young players anymore. They're going to switch the strategy. And then the next day, nope, we're not switching the strategy. And then the next day, somebody's, shooting off at the mouth again. Like no one's in control.
Well,
they blatantly said the manager doesn't have much to do with anything.
Well, I'm looking here and the manager just said, I need to win. He's desperate to win against United. They're at home and they're the late game.
Good luck with that.
All eyes will be on that one. And here's the thing. I'm about to go conspiracy theory again on y'all. So because of where the table is, and we already know that the Man U manager is not staying. After that last game, he's for sure not coming back next year. He's not. So at that point, United is on 55 points. Villa is on 55 points. I don't even know who Villa plays, but I suspect in this game, for TV purposes, that it's going to be a draw. Because it doesn't put Villa that far in front of them. And then you got Sunderland, who will play Villa in Birmingham. And I think Villa will win that game. Because we're going to make the top 5 interesting, too. Because if I'm script writing, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, especially since Sunderland are on the beach. They're
not playing nothing.
They're not even. They're on 43. Not just 40. They're
46.
good to go.
They got 46. They don't care at all.
It's done.
They don't care at all.
man, they're already in the Maldives. You know what I'm saying? It's they're already chilling, pina coladas, beach towels,
see, back to the
sunscreen.
Liverpool point, real quick. You guys should feel safe because what's going to happen above you all? Nothing. There ain't going to be a lot of movement up there. So yeah, just do what you need to do against Everton.
Hopefully.
Yeah, there you go. Fair enough. But yeah, man, Chelsea. It's dark days, and as we saw at the bridge on Sunday. Wow.
Hey, man.
Talk to me.
Hey, man.
Wow.
Well, I'm gonna say this because the first half you saw City was just trying to feel them out, and then they saw Chelsea really didn't come with anything. They came out the locker room and said,
"Yeah,"
and that was it.
Ryan Shirky was like, "You know what? I've had enough of this."
We did not attack them at all in the first half, and then Pep was like, "Go ahead," and then Shirky.
I was going to say something. Yeah, Jake, that's poignant to this weekend. O'Reilly loves scoring against London teams.
Yeah, looks like he does. Doesn't
O'Reilly loves scoring, sir. He loves scoring because he's a 10.
Full stop.
That plays left back.
Yeah. Yeah,
and he happens to be better.
That would make me laugh, Jake.
Than Erling Haaland.
This weekend, yeah, I would.
You know what I do like about him? So when O'Reilly scored that goal, most of the goals he scores like that are those Frank Lampard-like ghosting goals where he just runs in and and the thing is, and people don't really get this guy is 6'6".
Yeah, he's huge.
He's freaking giant.
He's huge.
Because I met him 2 years ago when they were in North Carolina. Dude is giant, right? And he's fast. So imagine he's literally Haaland that plays defense. Yeah. He just doesn't have
like
the scoring.
The same build, the same kind of speed. Yeah.
Everything.
Press resistant. Yeah.
And he's doing what John Stones did on the other side of the field because we don't invert on the right. We invert on the left now. Mm-hmm. And he's coming in and he's making those back post runs because for some reason, hey, man, we look forward to people doing it. Y'all just want to keep giving Semenyo space. Hey, man, I completely appreciate you all just letting Semenyo just say, hey, he's the best crosser of the ball on the team. Just let him keep doing that. We appreciate y'all.
I'll tell you this right now. I actually said this aloud when Lauren and I were watching the game. I said this, sometimes I just say things to her and she's like, but I was like, I actually said this out loud, because I was like, Cucurella is refusing to get as close to Semenyo as he gets to Bukayo Saka every time he plays him. Normally, when Cucurella is like really on it, he's super aggressive. He's in your face. He never lets his man turn on the ball. Just letting Semenyo collect the ball. All right, now I got some space. I'll go at you.
Now to Cucurella's point, because in the first half, Cucurella was there, and I because we watch it together in the thing and we talk. We were killing the right side. The left side. We was going down the left the whole time with Doku. Like Doku.
Yep.
And because we like the double, we want to see what you do with the double team. Every time they gave Semenyo the ball and Cucurella got near him, Semenyo cooked him. Every time. So it wouldn't have helped him to get closer. It wouldn't have done nothing.
Well, just don't let him turn. Don't ever let him turn.
He couldn't have done nothing. Like, did you watch the game? He was
he got wrecked. He got destroyed.
He wasn't going to do nothing anyways.
He took his soul.
What's more crazy is teams are choosing, because Arsenal did this to City too. We're going to double team Doku. Okay, so you're going to double team the guy who can dribble and beat you, but doesn't cross as well. And you're not going to double team the guy who can score and cross. Okay, y'all do that again. Now, I do understand on the other side is actually terrorizing because if you don't double Doku, he's going in the box every time. Every single time he's going in the box. So you have to pick your poison. And so people are literally saying, I prefer to take Doku out of the game than Semenyo. Cool.
No thanks. Thanks.
Because the funny thing is, if you watched in the second half as well, Cherky kept coming right behind Semenyo. Right behind him. He's like, okay, so y'all ain't even going to have extra people?
Cool.
And on the day he goal, On the Gahey goal, when Cherky came fully across the field, they were expecting him to play Semenyo, and he slipped it in the Gahey goal. Hey man, you know what?
Of course, we can glaze Shirky all day long because he's absolutely loving life right now. But what a finish from Gahey!
Great finish
from the center back. What a touch!
Erling
Haaland be proud of that touch.
Half turn and just let it go.
Harry Kane be proud of that touch.
He missed a chance earlier, so he.
He's a center back, Asif.
No,
he's allowed to miss chances, but when he scores one like that, you're just like.
You can tell he was motivated because he missed a chance earlier. You can tell he was.
Yeah, he did. He did miss a chance earlier. But the funny thing is what I'm noticing City is doing is they're feeling teams out and they're letting them have that 20 minutes. Let's see what you got. Let's see. And the thing is, they really don't attack in that 20 minutes either. They don't. Like, you don't see Shirky unless it's a clear cut. We're gonna beat you. They play around with the ball. I said this. I don't know. It was 2 weeks ago. No, it was the last game or the one before. And City, when they're at their best, is when they come back. It's kind of like the Golden State Warriors thing of their dynasty. City's at their best when they come out in the second half and punch you in the face. And they literally are doing that now. And so it looks like, to me, there's a confidence of they want to feel you out before they attack you. They just need to. It's sort of the, what is the thing? It's I think it's a Japanese or a Chinese fighting thing where they stab you like 100 times because they just want to make sure they see where what thing you hold first. And once they find what you hold, we destroy that part of your body right there, and it's over.
That's exactly what you did to Arsenal.
Yeah.
You found a chink in the armor on the left hand side with Semenyo, and you just again and again and again and again.
You gave it to us.
And again and again.
You gave it.
Speaking about chinks in the armor, it looks like with Timber out, that could be a bit of a issue.
Is that Ben White again?
Nope. Mosquera played today. He was miles better. He was miles better.
But he's I would like to see against.
Now was he playing someone the quality of Semenyo?
No, but he'll be against Doku.
He'll be against Doku.
That's wonderful. Because O'Reilly plays behind him.
If Ben White plays against Jeremy Doku, it's over. It's over.
No, I think with Mosquera, he's more defensively sound, but he's not used to that position.
Yeah, he doesn't give as much going forward as Timber, but he's a much better defender.
I'm going to stick to the Chelsea thing because you didn't tell me to go into the next game yet. So just throw the Chelsea thing.
We'll get there in a second, yeah.
The one thing that I saw, and I heard the commentators say this, and he was like, well, is City really that good if Haaland's not scoring? Yes. Yes, we are. Why don't you understand? If he's still left and everybody else is doing the work, wait till he turns on. Because what the other thing is that I'm giving Haaland tons of credit for his maturity. Because what you saw him do was he's like, all right, I'm not banging in goals. But you saw him tracking all the way back and defending. He broke up a couple of passes. He stepped in the way for a couple of them. He got some clearances. What you recognize, and this is the funny thing about Haaland that people don't necessarily give him credit for. Yes, he wants to win the Golden Boot. He's one goal in front. And I'm sure he's aware of that or someone has said it to him. But what you've seen in him is he wants to win games more than all that other stuff because he knows he's going to get his because he's good enough to get his. So what I appreciate is that he functions in the team concept, and that's super duper important because if your striker is not scoring, but he's making sure he's dragging people in places to create spaces for people, that's beautiful because Haaland's positioning when Shirky came across made the Chelsea defenders read, I got to read Semenyo or Haaland, and Gahey went in unmarked. And that's what your creative player is looking for. I'm looking for any hole. You give me a hole, I'm gonna stick my thread through that needle. And that's what it is. And so it's okay because he needs to score. He absolutely needs to score. But there's credit to be given to him because of the behaviors you see him take where you recognize that mentally he understands the big picture.
And he also, takes up, the mental strength and endurance of the two center backs, because you're a fool. You're an absolute fool if you're not worried about where he is all the time, all seconds of all games.
He was missing chances. So it wasn't like he didn't get chances either. He was missing chances. So there's that too. But yes, you have to track him.
Absolutely. Well, conversely, Arsenal versus Bournemouth was a disaster. I'll tell you that right out the rip. It was abysmal.
I've been actually impressed with their transfer strategy, though.
For Bournemouth?
Yeah, they've got Ryan, that Brazilian they bought.
We kept him quiet for the most part.
He's been playing well, though. It
was Alex Scott. It was Alex Scott that just ran us over.
Yeah, and then
in the middle of the park, man.
But Krupi, I think he's been. Yeah, I think he's a player. He's going to be, and he scored 10 goals already. Most of them, he hasn't even started most of those games. He's going to be a player. I can see him, in the next couple of seasons being worth a lot of money. I think he's going to.
Don't count them out, man. They're not that far back. Bournemouth haven't lost in 12 games, and they're not that far back,
Yeah,
they are on 45.
I'm not, because I'm just saying how impressed I am with Bournemouth, and I think
I mean, you got to give him the credit.
Yeah, well, they play Newcastle, so I guess we'll see.
I think with his he's really impressed with this season with how he's played when he's before he was the second choice behind Evalinson, and now he got the nod, and he did.
You think Liverpool will go in for him?
I'd love him. I'd love him.
Will Isak back up?
I'd love him to come. I think he could be
play wing.
He would be. I think he'd be a great signing. I'd love him to Liverpool. Tell you the truth. He would be the kind of signing we need. He's got a huge ceiling, and I know when Bournemouth bought him, there was a lot of big clubs after him, but he wanted to go to Bournemouth to develop, and they had the partnership with his old team. That's how Bournemouth got him.
Yeah.
So.
Hell yeah, man! They're going to be. They're definitely going to be.
With Bournemouth from buying some of their players this season.
Okay, yeah.
So why not?
Yeah, they're definitely going to be tough through the rest of the season for sure. As long as they continue to be motivated to play like they did versus us. The main difference between that game and today, was just we actually played defense. Ben White. That was probably the worst.
I think he's
the worst of his performances since he's played for England and got booed and all that. He's been really, really bad, and they exposed him. And the things that we normally do well, we just didn't do. Our transitional defense wasn't great. Declan Rice looked shattered, tired as he could possibly be. And when Kai Havertz plays in the 10, we're ass. Is what it is, because we're wholly reliant on hitting it long and trying to win the second ball. And for 20 minutes versus Man City in the Carabao Cup final, we were winning second balls, and Kai was getting onto some of the long balls, but he wasn't linking the defense to the midfield. And that's what we sorely missed versus Bournemouth. There was no connection, and when we stopped winning the battle in the midfield, we kind of capitulated. The defending was horrific, and Bournemouth took full advantage. They did what they are very good at, counterattacked, went forward when there was space and when they had opportunities. And furthermore, they actually kind of, for long spells of the game, outpassed us. It's something I saw today, and I'm starting to notice that we're even more so than we have been earlier in this season. We're fine with not having the ball. We're totally fine with not having the ball and just controlling the game by keeping teams at arm's length. And that's just what we tried to do versus Bournemouth. When you don't defend well, it's a disaster. And I thought for a minute we might scumbag that game. You know, Gyökeres comes in, gets his 18th goal of the season, you know, on the pen. Lucky to get the penalty, to be honest with you, but we'll take it. You know, and then just we never really looked like we were going to score. And I think something I said today while I was watching during the watch along, I feel like we sacrificed so much to be so good defensively that it's dented our confidence going forward. It's dented the confidence of the attacking players. You know, Martinelli doesn't like to take on his man. And when he does, you never see a step over or like a jinky, like he's gone this way, like a cut to the, you know, step to the right, but don't take the ball with you, but then step to the left and take the ball with you. That there's never a move. It's always just, I'm gonna hit it past this guy and try to run by him. You know, like Madueke has no confidence in his end product. Yeah, he likes to take on his man, and that's it. After that, it looks like a newborn baby deer. You know, fish out of water.
I have a question for you, Jake. Actually, this weekend, do you think that Dauman didn't play against Sporting? Do you think he'll start?
He played versus Sporting.
Yeah,
No, I mean, as in he didn't. But he didn't. He came off the bench, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he came off the bench. No, he won't start versus Man City.
No,
definitely not. He didn't do anything today, but then again, we didn't really do much today either. You know, and he didn't do much when he came on versus Bournemouth either. But it was too little, too late when he came on versus Bournemouth. You know, we just weren't at it. You know, and hopefully we can put all that behind us. You know, I wanted a better performance today, so as to kind of give us a boost, give us, you know, something to say, oh man, we definitely upped the levels, you know. But at the end of the day, Arteta's going to do Arteta ball, and he's going to approach each game hyper aware and hyper focused on the situation. And so today, you know, we got the job done, and that's all that matters. And so, like Declan Rice said at the end of the game, you know, he's over the moon. He's excited. We've made history. We've made 2 Champions League semifinals back-to-back for the first time in club history, you know. And so, of course, we're absolutely chuffed, as they say. But, yeah, the weekend, the big one. I'm worried.
When I saw them play today, the little I saw, I didn't see much, but I saw, as you mentioned with Rice, I find some of them being tired. Some of them look tired, and if you're going up for a big game against Man City, obviously yes, the motivation is going to be there, but will the actual, will you be able to? It's rigors of a long season, etc. And Rice, I've been seeing more recently. He's been looking more shattered than a lot of them. And that's what I'm more worried about in regards to Arsenal. Compared to from the beginning, I think being knocked out of the Champions League has actually helped Man City in regards to they've got more time to prepare. They're basically doing a Man United before the games. They got more time so they can scout the opposition. They've got a lot more.
Nez didn't like that comparison.
They've got off 30 days.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you got that much time, but you got.
Hey man, you said Man United. Man United was off a month.
Yeah, okay. I apologize for the for the.
Yeah, you can't be comparing the two. See what you're doing.
United shots to go.
No, I mean as in Man United have shown the positives of having that time to prepare. That's what I meant. I do apologize for the way I phrased it. But
I think you definitely have a point. Once again, both Declan Rice and Martin Zubermendi went the full 90 today. When Christian Norgard he's right there. He's right there. Give a man a break. Give somebody a rest, you know. But I think that Arteta did kind of have an eye on the weekend because he made subs early, and you know we went out in that second half to be like, look, if you're not going to attack, fine, don't attack. we won't either, and we'll go through in a Champions League quarterfinal where you had one shot on target and you didn't do anything the whole game. You hit the bar once and didn't do much else the whole game, and so we were fine with that. And honestly, I think we're bringing every double-decker bus, triple-decker bus we can to the Etihad. All the buses, all the everything, man. We're gonna play a 7-3. We're gonna have 3 midfielders and 7 defenders.
I would like to see.
Because a draw is enough.
A draw is enough.
A draw is
like to
enough.
see Man City score quite early in the game. That would make the game a whole lot more interesting, personally.
We would have to come out. We would absolutely have to come out.
Score early in the game too, and then keep scoring.
Personally, I want to see.
I mean, as a spectacle-wise, as a neutral, you'd like to see that.
Oh, now that we finally get, I guess we can get these guys this guy comment who came straight in on fire about the dang Arsenal City game.
Yeah, here we go. Yes, we're gonna win the league with the ugly Haram ball. Yep, but he thinks City have other plans. Nope, we haven't forgotten the Carabao Cup final. That's for sure. Yes, Kustanov, fantastic signing, I would say.
Beast. Did you see the long ball he played to Semenyo that he didn't score on? He said, I got my John Stones on too.
But see, here's the thing. Nez, pronounce that right there. Go ahead.
What, his first name?
Yeah.
Well, his first name is Abdulkadir. I mean, I don't know if he spelled it like that. But
no, he hasn't spelled it.
Abdulkadir. Nice.
Yes, but his first name is Abdulkadir. Yes.
There you go. Here it is. Man City showed no mercy at the Etihad. Arsenal fans laughed at all Man City fans before spring. Did we? Now when springtime appears again, this means you're done.
Hold on. You said, did we? Because we can go back, and I can think of a couple of Arsenal people was like, we hate City, and that, we're going to win. Now, I do remember people saying that in my ears. It was in my ear. Asif was here. It was in my ears where it was some greasiness. And it was they hate us. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And then all that means is that I got to bring that Tom Brady meme out or the James Franco meme out because we already know what it means.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite, man. They hate us because they ain't us. Absolutely. Yeah, man. I wish I had won the Carabao Cup final. Damn right. Of course. You know what I mean? But I think I really desperately what I really need is just for the club to tell me something, anything about Bukayo Saka. If he's out for the season, just tell me. Like, just let us know.
We don't he's going to the World Cup, so there's no. You know what, man? I'm about to conspiracy theory you again, sir.
There's been every time they ask Arteta about it. Every time they ask Arteta about it, he goes, maybe.
Hey, man, I'm saying now, the FA might be saving him for the World Cup.
No, that can't be. That's ridiculous.
I'm gonna put it like this. Asif, you're English, you're in England. If England had the chance to win the World Cup or Arsenal winning the league, what would they choose? I mean, it sounds very simple when I say it.
It's not gonna be much believable.
Who's the winger? Who's the winger who's gonna play in front of Saka in England? Exactly. Silence is playing in front of him because he's starting. And so I'm just saying, man.
There's no way. It's that corrupt. There's no way the hatred for Arsenal is that institutional. There's no way.
Sir, we just talked about Spurs, who are absolutely dog water, is not going to not get relegated because of the TV contract. And you saw it. I put the blocks together and the puzzle pieces finally made the picture. You think the thing that I just said that just came in my brain because I didn't know Saka had, like I saw he hadn't played, but I'm like, hey man, why he ain't playing?
No one knows.
If I gotta choose him being healthy for the World Cup or Arsenal's running, hey man, Arsenal, you got other players. Figure it out.
But why do they get to choose? No. They don't get to choose. F them.
It's the FA.
F the FA.
Apparently, he's got an Achilles injury.
What?
So apparently, he's got an Achilles.
Oh, so he's not coming back before the end of the season. They're saving him for the World Cup.
There's no way. There's no way. They would have said that. They would have. Arteta would have said that out of his mouth, that there was an Achilles injury.
Well, it's all over the news over here. It's yeah, a lot of them.
Would they have?
I'm not saying he's got a rupture, but he's got some sort of Achilles injury.
And you know, and just from a basketball standpoint, if you have an Achilles injury, if you keep pressing it, it'll tear your entire quad out. Your whole calf out. It'll tear the whole thing out. So you got to make sure that's good, because then you rupture the whole thing and he's gone all next season. All next season.
That's bad.
Hey man.
That's really bad. And if Madueke is hurt as well.
But so that's why I asked you, is he hurt? Because I saw it, but I didn't hear anything, and I didn't see anything like in the social sphere.
Well, he walked off. Like, it wasn't like he didn't get stretchered off. He either hobbled off or whatever. But that is devastating news. Hopefully Timber will be back, but if he's not, then we're fine with Mosquera because he actually likes to defend. I don't know what's going on with Calafiori either, but he's never healthy. So I'm expecting Nkapie. Yeah, it'll probably be. It might be what started tonight. It honestly might be the same team. And if Madueke isn't fit, maybe Dalman does start. I wouldn't want to see that. I think I would rather figure something else out. But he's the most natural. If Madueke and Saka are both down, he's the most natural replacements. But that's like too much, way too much on a young kid. Personally, what I would do is I would start Trossard left and Martinelli right, because double teaming Doku and Semenyo is going to be important. Our wingers playing defense against Doku and Semenyo is going to be very important, and Martinelli plays D.
So are you doubling both wings? I just need to notice. Is that what you think they're going to do?
For F's sake, they better.
So that means you're going to let O'Reilly just run through the middle of – okay.
Somebody better can mark him this time, just mark him. Mark up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, actually, how defending works? Yeah, actually, like, follow him and all that. When he runs into your 6-yard box, maybe that'll help. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, that's gonna. I don't know what they're gonna do. That's damning. So hopefully, but if not, they have to figure something out. But season's on the line, man. Arteta's whole Arsenal time at Arsenal is on the line for me. And I think if we go there and we defend well and keep you out for a long time, I think the longer it goes and we're still in the game, or haven't conceded, I think we'll be more and more encouraged. But I also think we'll sit deeper and deeper.
Well, the interesting thing about it is, because City is essentially faced that, I think they want to see. Like, it's sort of like what you said about the Chelsea. What did you say? Which team did you say that where they were supposed to come out and attack and they were just waiting and they didn't? I can't remember which game. I think
in the Carabao Cup semifinal, Chelsea just didn't bother attacking because they thought we were going to, but we didn't need to.
Right, and the thing is I'm pretty sure, because if I'm following the mentality, City knows a draw will satisfy you. We know that, and the thing is, remember before the Carabao Cup final, when what is it Max? Is that, I don't know, whose show were we on when we talked about
Anton? You're talking about Anton.
Yeah, and I said, hey man, Arsenal have to play to win this game because there's no draws. And then they played the final for a draw, which I was baffled by. And City absolutely played to win. And so City's absolutely going to play to win. And so the thing that I'm curious about is because City knows Arsenal is fine with a draw. I'm sure they were shocked that Arsenal played for a draw. They know for sure they're playing for a draw on Sunday. I'm curious on how that is going to be attacked, because the thing that is important to know, because it says O'Reilly is like still injured, so which means they potentially play Aït-Nouri out there, which is fine because Aït-Nouri came in and he was cooking whoever he was facing too, so it didn't matter. But it makes me wonder if you take the strategy of it's every team is double Doku, so we already know that's going to happen. The question is do you double Semenyo? And if you make the decision to double Semenyo and Doku and give us the center of the park, I'm very curious about what they do, because Doku inverts in, which leaves space for overlaps, and Semenyo, Pep has already done this a number of times this season where he's made him come to the middle of the field, which most City fans hate because he's not a striker, but he has a muscle memory to know how to do it, which means that Nunez will overlap him there. And Nunez clearly has he can cross well, and Nunez is not afraid to invert either. So I'm curious if that's what you do, because then if you give us the middle of the park with both guys who are willing on our, as far as our fullbacks go, are willing to invert in, I'm curious about what will happen there, because the other thing you saw City start doing is Kusanov played a long ball over the top. Yehi played a long ball over the top. So things we were not doing before, we're doing now, because remember, I've had complaints of like, hey man, why we don't ever play it long? And then they started doing that. But they generally don't play the long ball to Haaland. They play it to someone else. So I'm curious to see what they do as far as the setup, because the thing is that if I know you're playing for a draw, that means, one, you're going to give me the middle of the park. And if you give me the middle of the park and Rodri's actually getting better, it'll be very interesting what they do on the wings, because I think they'll let you have those and just take and drag your guys out. And if you give us the entire middle of the park and Ryan Shirky can just do whatever he wants, I mean, people are talking about that, he's talking about him and Nico O'Reilly, because they're relatively the same age, are up for Young Player of the Year. Like, this is literally like a coming out game. Like, we already know they're good, but this is, if you give him the middle of the park, I don't know if that's what you want to do. Like, I just don't know if that's what you want him to do.
Well, I think that's probably what we'll do, because we are very confident defending through the middle, with Declan Rice and Martin Zubimendi in there. And if, you do try to overlap and bring Semenyo and Doku into the middle to get the overlaps, the defenders will follow them. And so the middle of the park is going to be clogged up. Personally, the reason I think we're going to do that, and I think we should do that, is because we don't defend crosses well these days. We got scored. Sporting's best chance was from a cross. Nico O'Reilly scored from a cross. The second goal scored from a cross. So maybe they'll overcorrect and make sure you don't get those crosses in, but I think that's very important to not let you get crosses in. And if that does open up the center of the park, then you're going to have to thread needles and play tiki-taka, and we're very confident with defending in those tight spaces right on top of the box. That might come back to bite us in the ass, because Ryan Shirky is an absolute baller right now. But, I think that's probably how we'll do it. That's probably what we'll do.
Now, Charles said, because Charles is a Chelsea fan, right? Is that right?
Charles is an Arsenal fan.
What is he talking about?
He's an Arsenal fan.
I'm sure he's Arsenal.
This is sarcasm.
Oh, well, like, what
he was saying that essentially what he's saying is if we get the W, we have confidence moving into a big match against City. But we just don't. He's saying that's just not. We don't do that. That's just kind of what he's saying. Arsenal doesn't do that.
Well, I haven't said.
At the end of the day, go ahead.
No, go ahead, man.
At the end of the day, the team and Arteta aren't, here to inspire confidence in the fans. They're here to win, and we went through. And if we go and stink it out, and it's nervous, and Man City have 37 shots, 15 of them on target. David Raya makes 9 saves, and we got 4 goal line clearances, and it's just, wave after wave after blow, and we get a 0-0 draw. Does that really inspire confidence? No. But also, that's a fantastic, amazing, incredible result. So yeah, I wanted the same, Charles. I wanted a blistering performance that gives us a lot of confidence going into the weekend. But I don't need to have confidence. I need them to have confidence. I need Arteta to have confidence. And by all measures, I think they do. Arteta loves how tonight went. Once again, he loved how that went. And if obviously it won't be the same game because City are actually going to try and score. But if we stink it out and get a 0-0, he's going to be over the moon on Sunday, no matter how much the fans are happy with it or confident that we can continue to do it for another 5 games or whatever.
Now,
it doesn't matter. Just win.
Well, my thing is, it's interesting because I still look at it, and while I know it's for some people it's been billed the title decider, I'm going to say the boring thing I say all the time, it's still a long season, man. There's a lot of games left. And I said that weeks ago, and clearly it shows that it was a long season. And even though it's, what is it, 5-6 games left? Something like that? I don't know.
Afterwards, you'll have 6 with your game in hand. I'll have 5.
Okay. But looking at that, you're saying, okay, well, it's a long season because both teams still have an extra game in a cup to play. Both teams.
Yep.
And so the schedules are sort of shaped up the same way, and it's a long season. And I think there's still a lot of games left to play. Guys are getting injured, and I think there's the concern about, and I'm jokingly talking about the conspiracy about the World Cup in soccer. I hope that's not a real thing. I hope I'm just completely off with that. I'm pretty sure I am. But I look at that and I'm saying, well, are any other players going to start playing in a sense to think about that? Because I think about Liverpool and Ekitike. Like, hey, man, there's no way he thought that he would lose his entire World Cup on a game that he just wanted to show up and give his best. But he lost the rest of his seat. You said next year, right? You guys said next year. So
it's like 9 months. He might not be back till January, yeah.
Yeah, it's a rupture.
And so you look at that. And you look at that, and because of what's next, because Arsenal's team full of World Cup players, City's team full of World Cup players, does that eke in someone's mind? Because I know the players watch other games. So they're going to be like, hey, man, because Arsenal got French players. I know somebody said to Saliba, hey, man, did you hear about what happened? He knows. To Shirky. Shirky is his friend. He knows. So you look at that and you wonder, does that play a role in it? Obviously, you're trying to achieve the highest level for your team. But if you're a World Cup team that looks like, you're going to win it, man, England, they have a real chance. I mean, I know people say it jokingly, but they have a legitimate chance to win it this year. They have a chance. France has a chance. Spain has a chance. Germany has a chance. And you're like, well, man, Brazil. Does Brazil have a chance? I don't know. But anyways, you're looking at that and you wonder how that affects the players' mentalities. Do they pull back a little bit from because they're like, man, I got to make it to June? I wonder. Especially seeing the injuries.
Yeah, it's an interesting one for sure. I think people are billing this as like a title decider because, I mean, honestly, if you look at the fixtures and you think about it, if you beat us, now the goal difference is only 3. You pulled back 4 goals on us this weekend.
And the game we're playing, the goals count for double, essentially.
Exactly. So you only have to beat us by 2 goals. And you're ahead on goal difference, right? But to your point, I was just looking at Crystal Palace's fixtures, and that's your game in hand. That's who you missed. If they're already up 3-0. They play tomorrow, but they're ahead 3-0 in Fiorentina. And the Europa League semifinals are on May 7th. And so I don't know when you would play that game in hand because it's not scheduled yet for either. It's not scheduled yet. So they're obviously waiting to see. No, it's not. They are obviously waiting to see if Crystal Palace make the Europa League semifinals to schedule that. And
you're also waiting for City's game against Southampton because if City beat Southampton and they go,
well, it doesn't matter. The FA Cup final will be at the end of May anyway.
You're right.
No, they're playing twice this week, Jake.
Crystal Palace?
City are playing Arsenal, then they're playing Burnley in the same week.
Right, yeah, but what they're doing
because that was the original game in hand. That was the original one.
No, I thought you missed the Palace game.
No, I think the Burnley game was the one that was in hand. I think.
Well, maybe I've got it all wrong then. Yeah, maybe I got it wrong.
The Crystal Palace game is the one that hasn't been.
Was that the one?
No. Yeah, because Crystal Palace still have a game in it. They still haven't played.
They still have a game, but they don't know when to play.
All right, I got you.
Yeah, so it'll be very interesting to your point, about guys who are maybe have an eye on the World Cup, guys who may have, suffering with injury and fatigue and whatever. So that game, even if you do beat us and you go ahead on goal difference, you still got to win that game as well. So it's definitely a long season, and who's to say that we're both going to win all 5 games after we play each other? That's what everyone's assuming, right? That's what everyone's assuming is that we're both just going to, and then it'll just be a shootout. Who's going to score more goals through the end of the season? Personally, I think you will score more goals, because now all of a sudden we have to win and overturn a goal difference. So
you guys haven't been scoring, man.
So and that's not sitting here saying I think City are going to put 4 past us. I mean, we don't really concede that much to think that we're going to get absolutely devastated. But for you to win 2-0 is not out of the question. Obviously, you just beat us 2-0. But yeah, I think if we just defend well and do what we do well, I think we also won't be able to, personally, I think Arteta might think that we'll be able to park the bus for 90 minutes, but I don't think we will.
No.
I think there needs to be a period in this game where we're on top for us to be able to survive the whole game. We definitely have to have possession at times. I think we have to press you into mistakes at times. I think we need to win second balls. I really, really, as much as I expect to see a very defensive performance, I really don't want to see like the most, all the jokes, like the super, super negative. The way to beat City, I've said it for years. If you're gonna beat City and really, be the better team in a match with City, you have to punch them in the face. You have to get in their face, and yeah, it's risky. It's absolutely risky, But to be the best, to beat the best teams, the teams who can absolutely rip you apart, you have to take risks. You just have to. If you're going to beat Paris, you have to take risks. If you're going to beat Bayern, you have to take risks. But yeah, they can devastate you on the break. If you're ever going to beat City, you have to slap them in the mouth. The last time we beat you, we devastated you. We wrecked you the last time we actually beat you. And so if we're going to go to win, that's the kind of performance we need. And so I think that we need to see like 20 minutes of it, 20 to 30 minutes of that, where we really come at you, and really put you under. Because I think the best way to really defend against City for 90 minutes is to not let you be comfortable for 90 minutes, like Chelsea did. Pretty much. So I think it'll be very long day if we go there and concede 80 yards of the field every single possession you have the ball. If we never put Donnarumma under pressure, if we never make you hit long balls and we just concede half the pitch every single time there's a goal kick or you get possession, I think it'll be a long day for us. Long day.
Yeah,
But from a City but from a City perspective, what do you expect to see? What do you want to see start as far as the lineup goes?
Pep does an interesting thing. He tends to find a lineup in the spring, and then he sticks to it. So I expect that if O'Reilly's healthy, I expect the same lineup. The only difference is if O'Reilly is unhealthy, then I expect Nori to start. That's the only change I expect. Other than that, I expect to see the same team that has played. It's been effective. It's funny because Doku and Semenyo are very similar to the wingers we had when we had Sane and Sterling when they were on form. And because one is pacier than the other one, one's more technical than the other one, and that's kind of what you have. And Bernardo has literally done what he needs to do. Very proud of Bernardo. And it like Kova played the other day, which was really great to see Kovacic back.
I saw that. Yeah.
First game of the season, and Kusanov has played really well. The partnership, huh?
I was gonna say you can always identify Kovacic because he's the only one that keeps his shirt tucked in.
Yeah.
Well, now he's got a big afro now too. Yeah.
Rodri tucks his shirt in too, but they make sure they kind of key in on when Kovacic make sure his shirt is in. Gahey and Kusanov partnership is working really well. It's worked every time they played together. They match each other well. Kusanov has clearly shown that he's a smarter player. He speaks English now, so I'm sure that's helped him a lot with what he's doing. And there's a good morale where they look confident. They look, especially in tight spaces, and I think there's a drive to finish their absolute best. So I expect the same lineup, and I expect them to do what they've done. They've done it in the last 5 games. They feel teams out at first, and if they nick one early, in my opinion, if they nick one early, they're going to keep coming. Like, they're just going to keep coming. Because the thing is that if we feel you out and we score on you, we're punching you in the face. Because that's just how they play. Like, they and the funny thing is they can defend and they can counter and they can hold because you can stick. I just said his name and it left my head. Who did I just say?
Kovacic?
The beard?
Nori.
No, Kova. That was Kova. Because you just stick Kova. You stick Kova on the field. You replace Kova. You take Bernardo off, stick Kova in there, and then you stick him next to Rodri, and they're just going to hold the ball. Like that's just what they're going to do, right? And so, I think it'll be a feel out thing. It's always a good game. I avoid playing games on paper, so we'll see what we see on Sunday.
Absolutely. All right, Asif. What do you think's going to happen? And give me a score prediction.
2-0 City.
Ooh. Oh, my heart just
that in his head.
No even preamble, nothing. Just 2-0 City on your head top.
Yeah.
Well, you did ask.
You did ask.
I did.
You asked directly.
It's just, I just think City are going to be very motivated. I think you guys are going to sit back and you can't sit back against City. You're going to get hurt. We tried that and we failed. And I'm not saying your defense is much better than ours, but over 90 minutes, I can't see anyone doing it. Teams that do it against them are usually punished, and I just think they're gonna have the way they're playing. They've got a more preparation time as well. I think they're gonna have a game plan, and I think if everything clicks like I think it will, it's gonna. I reckon 2-0.
That'll be a sad day. I won't ask you, Nez. I know you're not a score prediction kind of guy, but for me, I think ideally, the ideal situation, like best case scenario for me, because I just don't see us coming there and absolutely walking over you. I think best case scenario is we defend for our lives for like 80 minutes, and then we nick one while you guys start pouring it on even more and more and more because it's getting later and later in the game, and then we kind of nick one on the break. Is kind of like the best case scenario I can see.
Can I just I understand what you say. I just and you're Arsenal supporter obviously, but looking at how the way Arsenal team is looking tired at the moment as well. City look a lot more fresh with the Saka injury issue as well. You don't have that sort of quality that you can bring across. Dauman is still a bit young for these big games. I do, as you mentioned. Gyökeres, I don't think his history against Man City is really very good. I don't think last time they played he didn't really get much of a sniff either. Taking everything into consideration, how motivated they're going to be, at least at the Etihad as well. Yeah, if that's my reasoning and thinking as a neutral. And I just think it's been a very long season, and today I saw it in. I might be wrong. Who knows? Hopefully, for Arsenal's sake, maybe I'm wrong. Because I have mentioned that I wish someone else. I know Nez is going to disagree with this, but I hope a different team that is not Man City win, because you've won quite a bit. So. But I do think, I think my brain.
Just say it to see if you're an Arsenal fan on Sunday. Just say it.
So I gotta pull the James Franco Tom Brady meme out on you too, huh? All right. That's
no. I've actually, you didn't hear all of it. You just heard the last bit. But I was saying, I think you're gonna win. I hope Arsenal win, but I think more or less you're gonna win. To make.
I mean, I just
don't
want
to
see
become a Bundesliga, La Liga situation.
Wait, I'm glad you said that because I saw a thing. I did some research last week, and it showed the 3 eras of the Premier League, and the 3 eras, including like the prior before like the Premier League proper. The 3 eras were literally Liverpool won everything. The first era, they won 4 Champions League, they won a bunch of leagues, and then United had the next era, and they did the same thing Liverpool did. And in this era, City's doing what Liverpool and United did. Now, I know you're not hating because it's not in your nature to do that. But I heard people say that, and I'm like, well, but it's not good for the league. But people are fine with Liverpool being History FC. And Man United being hit. Why the blue side of Manchester can't get some History FC love?
You're not allowed in the club. You're not allowed in the club. You're not allowed in this club. You're not allowed in History FC because it wasn't 30 years ago. It wasn't 30 years ago.
We didn't ask. Just because our History FC is now FC. Hey, man.
There's no. I think it's just for the fact that I know what. Probably because I'm a Liverpool fan, we didn't win it for such a long time, and because Arsenal.
You won last year.
No. I mean previously, before that, before the COVID stuff happened, we didn't win for a very very long time, and Arsenal.
But you won 2-10.
So Arsenal hasn't really won for a very very long.
I don't care.
So that's one of my
Hey, share the love, man. Spread the wealth around. Spread the love around, man.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Des, you don't need to be that selfish, man.
Yeah, for real.
Sir,
just selfish.
Sir,
it's just selfish.
You can't be a Liverpool fan and support your history if you dominate an entire era of football. And then it'd be like, well, we don't know if that's good for football. No, yes it is. Yes it is. Yes it is. Because the second you win another Champions League, guess what Liverpool fans say? Well, we got 6.
We got 6.
Yeah, we got 6. Well,
we got
what?
6.
We can't talk about titles? What? Nah, man.
Look, I need to win this. I need to win this title just to keep my.
I said a preference. I didn't say it was going to happen.
Hey man, but I'm just putting hard facts that the league thrived when Liverpool was dominating. Am I right? Thrived. The league thrived when United was winning. Am I right? Now is it because it's blue? We don't like blue now? Blue is a beautiful color. The sky is blue.
It's the red cartel, bro.
The sky is blue.
Cartels. You're talking about cartels, man.
Cartel. The London cartel don't see, the only color they see is green, or whatever color the pound sterling is.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Whatever color the note is, that's the color they see.
Well, I need to win the league just so my total stays ahead of yours, because you're creeping up. Your league totals are creeping up. I don't like that.
There's no need in that. There's no need in any of that.
I don't like that at all.
No.
Well, then I need to win it for me. Win it for me, then.
No, there's no need.
Don't worry about History FC. Win it for me.
I do think one last observation. It was like stylistically, I would like, because of the way Arsenal play as well. You would be, for the attacking way of football. You would be, it would be. No.
So Jose Mourinho's not good for football?
Not really.
No. No. He's an amazing manager.
Whoa.
Sir.
We
talking about style of football. I didn't say Jose as a manager because you got to separate those.
Xavier and Patrick might have something to say about this one. I'll tell you that.
And they'll be all right because we know Mourinho played ugly football. Anybody who says anything different,
I'm sure
Mourinho played ugly football and won.
Yeah, they want the most prettiest team on the ice, and as an Arsenal supporter as well, with your history with Wenger, you should know the difference.
No, I do. Yeah, I do. I've resigned myself to what Arteta is. I know what we are. I don't have to like it. I just want to win.
Wenger can't stand the way Arteta plays. He can't stand it.
If we win, we win. I'm laughing all the way to the bank. I don't give a shit. Straight up.
Exactly. But if
Arteta Haram Ball wins the Champions League, statue.
Jake, but
not of Arteta. Not of Arteta. I want a statue of a double-decker bus.
Okay, but I've got a question. If you don't win anything, what would you think of that style of play then?
No, he's got to
fire him. He's getting fired if he doesn't win anything.
If you don't win,
the world knows that he's getting fired if they don't win anything.
Yeah, for real. It's all on Arteta, man. He's hung the whole thing on, playing like this and double-decker buses. So
he could see slotting the job in the unemployment line, basically.
Yeah, he's going to be meeting Slot with his what was the P45 over there is what they call it.
Yeah. You guys call it W2s.
He's man. He's in the unemployment line right there. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a fun weekend. Lots of good games, of course, and culminating in the big one. Hopefully we can, because if it goes 0-0 and we just play the stinkiest, nastiest, dirtiest game, I'm not gonna lie, the salt and the tears from all the rivals, because it's 19 teams against Arsenal on Sunday. Let's just have it right. Maybe Man United fans, maybe, don't want City to beat us. Everybody else, it's the world against Arsenal on Sunday. So if we get the result, I'm so here for the tears. I'm here for if we get that result versus you, I want the homie that drank the Arsenal bottle at the Chelsea match. I want him to be in the stadium. I want to see his face after we get the result. I want to see that homie.
You're saying that Haaland was Goku and he's summoning a spirit bomb from all the powers of the world to drop on you.
That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. It's
I've
coming.
got a question.
And I'm
Jake.
okay with that.
I have a question, Jake. If Man City win this weekend, do you think you will still win the league?
I don't know. I don't know if I can
CJ,
confidently
you
say
said
it.
what I always say. My answer was the perfect answer for what you should have said.
What, just
The
one
long
game at
season.
a time? It's a long season left.
It's a long season.
It is
But
a
this
long
game
season,
this
but
game is just coming up now, and this is not like it's next week.
I know, but you're talking about
it's
after
in
the
4
result.
days. It's in 4 days. Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I'm
If
just-
if we lose this, we're
I'm
gonna
trying
have
to
to
mentally
we're gonna have to
prepare
do
this.
we're gonna have to like throw everything at every game. You know, it's gonna be a
Well,
whole
your
change
next
of
game is
stuff.
Newcastle. Look. Your next game is Newcastle. They're not gonna lay down for you,
Well, they're a
Newcastle,
shambles.
but is it
They're an
actually-
absolute shambles right
Yeah.
now.
but they're not gonna lay down.
Dude, did you see the stat that if Newcastle hadn't given up all their leads and they've kept the points that when they were ahead in games, they'd be level on points with Arsenal.
Yeah. They're mid-table right now.
They've given up so many leads. But we got Man City. We got to worry about Man City before we get to all that, of course. But yeah,
one game
man,
at a time. That's all we got.
I don't want to think about the permutations if we lose. It'll be dire, and
It's a
there'll be
long
desperate,
season.
and there'll be desperation, for sure. But I'm not like, just because I think we're gonna play nasty, negative football doesn't mean I don't think that. Oh, there's zero chance we can defend for 90 minutes. We have the best defense in the world right now, and we've shown it over many, 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 many games. And so I think we can. I absolutely think we can defend for 90 minutes. I think it's possible. I don't necessarily want to witness it because it's going to be just the most nervous, squeaky bum kind of stuff, and there's a world where it might be better for you to score in the first 5 minutes because then we have no choice. You know what I mean? There's no sitting
neutral,
back. You got to go play. Yeah, I understand.
That's what I would like to see.
I understand, but of course,
you can't pack the bus. Then you actually have to defend, attack.
We'd have to move the bus off the pitch and actually do some real work. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna be. We did take all the tires off. It's stuck there. That's why the narrative. That's why the kind of game script you were talking on, where if you guys score early, you're just gonna keep coming and coming and coming. That I'm afraid of that too. I'm definitely afraid of that.
And that's exactly what's gonna, because goal difference is sitting there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a 6-point game and it's double goal difference.
Absolutely massive. But I'm still confident. That the team can do it. It's going to be tough. It's going to be nervous. But yeah, we have a chance to really make history and go on and do something pretty special here. So
I'm just checking something actually before we.
Before we sign off, what do you got?
Very sign off. I'm just trying to see what Gary Lineker thinks of this.
What Gary Lineker thinks?
Yeah, he's like the main pundit over here.
Finally.
Yeah, he's like one of the main pundits over here.
Has he said something inflammatory on X?
I'm sure he has.
I'm sure they're saying all kinds of stuff.
He's basically said what he's basically said what I've said when he said it's not because they don't want it, it's because they want it too much and their legs are starting to get heavy.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So basically what I said about when I'm looking tired. And so
I guarantee you we'll be flagging at the end of the City game.
A random thing that I just saw. Apparently Real Madrid feels like they were cheated in the Bayern game. Like the players are like, they don't want to comment and they're saying it's an injury.
Barca felt cheated too.
What?
What are we doing? What are we doing here?
On a positive note, Premier League soccer, we do our thing over here. Because to Jake's question earlier, could a Premier League team win La Liga? Mathematically, yes.
I don't think
mathematically, I don't think so either, but mathematically, yes. But
Fair
only
enough.
the top teams. The other ones, no.
Fair enough. Well, it's definitely a big Cup Chasers derby at the weekend. It's going to be a fun one. But for now, yeah, we're going to go ahead and sign off. So go ahead and smash up the likes on your way out. Certainly appreciate you being here. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. It certainly does help the channel. And make sure you got that notification bell on. There will be plenty more coming down the line very soon. So once again, we appreciate you being here. And you. We'll see us next time.